for the sun to come out here. Hello, 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 hello! Hello everybody, hello! Welcome to another video. If you saw my last video, then you know that I am in Tulum, Mexico. I moved out of my apartment that I have had in the downtown area. Came to a house here a bit further down the street in a more green area. And it's really nice here. It's really nice and green, a bunch of trees here you can see. It's like a really good vibe inside this house. Great success, my friends. It's been raining here a bit sporadically, back and forth, but now the sun is out again. I almost did not start this video because the rain was pouring here just 10-15 minutes ago, but now we have sunshine again, and that's a bit typical here for the rainy season of Mexico between June and October, November or so. There can be some rainstorms and then sunshine again. But it's kind of interesting actually, because it makes everything so nice and green. It's really cool here. Later we'll go explore this area a bit. I actually have my bicycle parked at my old apartment, so I might run over there and then ride the bike back. And you're gonna see the main street here going all through Tulum, because now I am in an area called La Veleta. And that is at the end of this street here, as you can see on this map. I'll be running all the way into the downtown area and then back through the town. So you're gonna see a bit of Tulum also. Ooh, now the sun is out again.
I had really started to like living in Tulum and being in these green areas, not seeing or hearing any cars. But still nice to have the downtown area just 3 kilometers or 2 miles away.
So yeah, let's do that first. Run across Tulum and then we'll come back here, take a shower here. There's a shower right here that I'm gonna be using when I get back from my run and bicycle ride, and then we'll be cooling off in the swimming pool. Also, there's a little area here of the house, is this little backyard. Really cool, kind of like a jungle vibe. That's really interesting actually about the houses in Tulum. Quite different from like Playa del Carmen and a bit up the coast. Here is like a lot more green, remote areas with more nature, and that's really cool actually. You know, I really like that they keep all the plants here, for example. But let's go for this run now. It might be a bit hot because it's quite hot outside and a bit humid too. Just had to go upstairs here and get my shorts and my running shoes. Yeah, this walkway is located outside. It's the second floor. Hello, here is the bedroom. As you can see here, all these plants growing here. Really unique, I think. And then here is the bathroom. And then here is the back part where I was just at earlier. I think when I have enough money, I've said before, I want to have a penthouse in Cancun, but also build a house out in the jungle somewhere here in this area. With no people, just like a huge house in the jungle and the big swimming pool. And the jungle vibe. The shorts are on, my friends, and we will be starting the run across the city or town of Tulum. Just 20,000 people here, and I really like that. I lived also in Playa del Carmen before, 300,000 people there. A bit too noisy in the downtown area there, and a lot of concrete. Here it's so nice and green, as I've said, and I'm starting to really like it. Even the gravel streets, I had a shock when I first came to Tulum on these gravel streets here in this area, but I've come to realize that none of the cars want to drive here on the gravel street. There's no traffic and no noise. I also stayed in the city of Tulum with my old apartment that we're going to run to now, and
it's really nice and convenient there to have the grocery store and 7-Eleven and like just being in the central area. But it's a really different vibe here. It's kind of like you get out on a ranch or something, you know, kind of like a getaway. That's the feeling you get here. Here we go. So when you get out of the house, you have this little walkway here leading out to the main entrance. You can see here between all these buildings, there's security here 24 hours by the front gate here. Somebody's sitting here all day. And this is what it looks like here. It's like in the middle of nowhere. See these gravel streets here? But just running up this street here, you're gonna get into the main street. So let's start running now into the town. And you can see what it looks like. The only bad thing is when it rains, it creates these holes in the street. Yeah, at least you have zero traffic here in the night or in the day. You don't hear a single car. It was really nice and quiet in the night when I was sleeping. Just one block here is the main street. So that's actually pretty good. Yeah, so we have now maybe a barely 15-minute run to the very start of the city. If I remember where to go. I hope so. Now we're on the main street here. One of the main streets. See here? I almost went the wrong way. I had to ask somebody where the downtown area was. I should have brought my phone, but the only thing we have to do is run straight on this street here. Couple of minutes into the run here, and I'm already kind of coming into the town. Just 2 miles or about 3 kilometers, as I said, to the downtown area. Circle K, police, McDonald's, restaurant, car wash. I'm already in the town now. It didn't take long at all. Here, starting to see some more restaurants and stuff. Just 20,000 people in Tulum. It's kind of nice. I don't like big cities anymore. Like, even 100,000 people is too much. And this city is located like also 2 miles from the beach area. This is where the grocery store is. Just opened Holiday Inn here also. My bike is still here. I left it here the other day. Ooh. So now we're taking a little bit of a different road back. I used to do sprints here always when I lived here in this area. Really great, fast sprints. So this is kind of what the other neighborhoods look like here in Tulum. Like kind of a authentic version of Mexico. And also actually we might go by the old part of Tulum here. Neighborhood in Tulum. Also worth mentioning is that it took me about 12 minutes to run across the whole town of Tulum. On a bike probably just a few minutes. And that's interesting actually, because I lived in some really big cities before. I lived in Houston, in Texas. I lived in Sydney, Australia, Bangkok. Like it would take, I remember in Houston it took 3 hours to drive across town. Like 3 hours to drive across town. You can't really go hang out with people that easily in a big city like that. Yeah, coming up here is where the locals live. So this is, you see some chickens here, some dogs, and houses like these, dogs everywhere, and gravel streets. Everybody has a dog here too. In the night you can't really go running here, they start barking and follow me. As you can see there, more dog. You can also always smell smoke here because I don't think they have electricity. So they start a fire to cook, I believe. But yeah, let's get out of this area now and head back. Going out to the main street over here. One thing people also ask me, they ask, is it dangerous in Mexico? I've been coming so many times and I've never seen really any sketchy people. I feel way more safe here than what I do in my home country of Sweden. Park here, some parks, people selling stuff here. Oh, dog. Here we're back. We're gonna do some bicep curls here. We're gonna grab the 20-liter water bottle, do bicep curls, and then shoulders, you lift it like this, here, with this water bottle, bicep curls, both arms, 10 sets maybe. Shoulders also like this, both arms, and then back, we do like this. This for back, bicep curls, as many as we can. Now, my friends, we're gonna go skiing. So you switch between right leg and off. Then you go down easy, kind of like you're skiing, right? So you have to make sure that by the end of each set, it really burns in your quads and your glutes. Ooh. Ooh. See, some sunshine, maybe tomorrow. Cool off! Really nice swimming pool. Very good. And it goes into the steps here that you saw earlier. Oh, pretty cool. Hopefully tomorrow we get some sunshine here. Now I finished my swim here and really great. I could see myself living here, to be honest. We just need a car and yeah, the only thing I would say is that the neighbors can see in a little bit from their windows. That's the only bad thing here. Everything is concrete here in this house. Really good. Sometimes there's like sheetrock or gyprock in houses in Mexico where you can punch a hole in the wall really fast. But concrete, I believe, is the best material. Oh! Alright, my friends, it's time to do some cooking. As you already know, on this channel here we are living a healthy lifestyle. Besides from drinking coffee, eating chips and sometimes drinking Coca-Cola. But besides from that, as I said, we're eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle. Somebody's calling me. Oh! So this is one of my all-time favorite meals that I make. Also very, very healthy and cheap. So, what do you actually need to make this meal? First of all, you need a pot with water so we can boil the pasta. Preferably a big pot. But as you can see here, I have two pots because they were a bit small. And
you need a big plastic container with a lid to dump everything in at the end. Here is what you need. 2 bags of pasta, preferably 1 bag of whole grain pasta, so that our blood sugar doesn't spike as much as if we're using regular pasta. And you need some tomato sauce, onion, 1 spicy bell pepper, jalapeno, 2 tomatoes, 1 bag of frozen broccoli, and a can of beans and a can of tuna. I prefer actually to use chicken, but I didn't have any chicken, so we're gonna use the tuna. It's so fast, you just dump it at the end. And also you can use some olives. Now the water is boiling here, so we have to put in the pasta. So some people might argue and say that the beans are no good, and the tuna and the tomato sauce, because it has been processed, but there's not much salt in it at all, and I think not so much preservatives. Probably a bit in the tomato sauce has some preservatives and stuff, so. But overall, a really good and healthy and cheap meal, as I said. Also, doesn't take very long at all to make it. Now we're going to chop the tomatoes, bell pepper or jalapeno, and the onion. Now we just have to put some spices here on this little mix. So the pasta is done, we dump it in the strainer here. And then we dump it straight into this plastic container here. And we put some beans in here too. Yeah! All we have to do is put a big scoop of this onto our plate. And then you can seal the lid and put the rest in the fridge. You have food for, depending on how much you eat, a couple of days, or in my case, just like not very long at all, because I eat a lot. I forgot the olives, but they have a lot of salt, so we have to pour the water out. Finished pasta dish. My gourmet meal. You can make this meal really fast, and also I put some avocado here. Bon appetit, my friends. Let's try it. For most people who don't eat as much as I do, this is gonna last for so long, and you're gonna save so much time that you don't have to spend cooking. That's why when I cook, I make a lot, and then I just put this in a plate and into the microwave, and done. You don't need to cook anything. And now we have a huge container of food. Oh, hello there. Look how much food I have. Hello. Here. Oh. Yeah. Pretty cool to get into the jungle a bit. Oh. Yeah, really nice to get out here. It does feel like you have a bit of a garden, and it's always good, I believe, when you have some greenery. It makes your mind relax. It feels calm and you can hear the breeze a bit, some birds. Hello! 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 Oh. We're gonna end this video now. Thanks for watching this video. Thumbs up for this video. You can post a comment and say something, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And also I forgot to say that you can rent this place as well. If there's a link to the Airbnb if you want to come stay here in this area of Tulum.